What up, y'all? It's your boy, the King. And this another pivot or something like that. Traffic riding by, so might get a little noisy, but stay tapped in.
Shout out to King Wing first before I get started. Crown him. But anyway,
So what up, folks? Back at it. Another video. Y'all know how I do. I keep the content coming. I keep the content rolling. Because it ain't for the people who ain't watching. It's for the people who are watching. Whether it be 1 or 1 million people, I'm going to keep showing up. As should you. But no, I was thinking about something. These last couple days, or these last couple weeks, I've had a couple of realizations for myself, and I come to find out that I spent a large part of my life trying to like help a lot of people and please a lot of people, and not trying to rock the boat so much, right? Because you want people to feel comfortable around you and not feel intimidated and all of those type of things. But I'm sitting back looking and I'm just paying attention to certain things. And trust me, I pay attention to everything. It just in case y'all think I don't see, I see it all. Anyways, I see little slick shit that people saying, whether it be online or any little stupid fucking podcasts and shit like that. Yeah, I hear it all. I hear all the shit, and I feel like I'm sitting taking the high road on this because they say just don't address stuff and blah 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 and this that and the third, and that shit's cool. I feel like I've went down that route for a long time, but I feel like I'm to the point where sometimes it's not even about addressing people like personally, but it's about letting people know who the fuck you is, right? Because if you don't, who will? And 9 times out of 10, the people already know who the fuck you are. That's why they keep trying to take shots at you and shit like that, because I never seen nobody doing better than me taking shots at me. So obviously it's the people that's doing worse than me that keep taking these fucking shots at me for some fucking reason. I don't understand it. But all of this has brought me to the realization that you got to live your life. You got to do what makes you comfortable, even if it makes other people uncomfortable. If it's words, if it's actions, you got to move on your. I was about to say move on your dime, but that's a part of it too. But you got to move at your discretion. You got to go with what makes you feel good and what makes you feel whole in this world. I feel like I spent so much time just trying to be cool with people and let people know that I had their back and I got their best interest at heart when they just the whole time didn't have mine. I've put people in positions that they would have like never done for me had they had the opportunity. They didn't even have the opportunity to do these things for themselves. And that's why people hate you. They resent you for the things that they can't do that you can do for them. You know what I mean? Or for the opportunities that they thought that they would have with you that just didn't work out like that. Nobody wants to see you doing well if it's without them. And the crazy part about it is, if it was with them, they would still be unsatisfied. So you got to just say, fuck them anyway. Fuck them. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. It just is what it is. But no, not to be too aggressive with it, because it's not about that. It's really about the realization of just being who you are. You got to be comfortable with your shadow, with all the things that you've done wrong, with all the things that you're not proud of, because it's a party. Like, life is a journey, right? Like, it's about, at the end of it, what did you do while you were here? What did the things that you do that weren't too, what's the word I'm looking for? Satisfactory to you, because fuck what anybody else feels about it. But the things that you felt like you could have did better. What did they push you to do better? That's really it. That's what it's about at the end of the day. Because all of us, sometimes I sit and I stew around like all the things that I've done, like mistakes I've made, things that I wish that I wouldn't have done or been exposed to. Because like I say, I don't have no regrets, because I love life. I love who I am. I love that I'm sitting here chilling in 20 degrees with no shirt on. This is some Gucci shit. It's not too many people who can do this type of Gucci shit. So everything that it took to get me here, I appreciate. But sometimes you look back on things and think that you could have done them differently, and all those things. Those are the things that shape you. Those are the things that make you. Those are the things that are going to push you to be the greatest version of yourself. And really identify who you are. It's your shadow, so don't run from it. That's why I got my Pradas on. You see my Pradas? I'm gonna leave the link in the. I'll be looking out for y'all. I'll be dropping y'all links. I'm dropping y'all with the dopest gear. Wayne'sWorld.shop. Like I said, for the few of y'all that's watching for now, that's cool. That's all I'm looking to do it for. Eventually, it'll spread, and even if it don't, I still did it because I wanted to do it. It never was about attention. It was never about being popular. I was born popular. I was always popular. That's another thing with the people that are trying to shoot at you. They know you popular. They know you popping. That's why they taking shots at you. Because even when you get popular, they looking to get a little bit of residue off you. It just is what it is. People are going to make people make money off talking about LeBron. I had to think about that. They badmouth LeBron. Shout out to LeBron James, even though I'm mad that he ain't won us more championships as a Laker, but it's all good. But there are people who literally make money off talking shit about him every single day of their life. So if somebody says something disingenuous or disheartening about you, don't feel bad about it. Actually feel grateful that somebody even looks that means you're really pushing a needle in some kind of way, shape, or form. Where it's a lot of people that are going to think certain things about you or think certain things about things, but when people start to voice it, even if they're trying to be quiet about it or slick about it, or throw like subliminal shots at, even if they saying it directly to you, like and mind you, if you're not saying anything to them, you're just existing. That's all you're doing, and they're starting to get riled up. You're doing the right thing, so keep doing it. And I've learned to accept the people who don't like me. My grandfather used to tell me this all the time. He used to say, because at the end of the day, I'm sitting back and it's just me. Not to say that I don't have friends, but it's a very, very small circle, so much so that it's a dot. It's really only two people that I could really call my friends, right? And there are other people who care about me, but like the days of having like a lot of people that you fuck with, for me, that shit's over. You know what I mean? Especially if we can't build together. I feel like if I'm not building with you, then we not friends. What we talking for? Or what we talking on that level for if we can't learn to build things together? But my grandfather, I was saying that to say that my grandfather would always say to me, because I'd be like, I'm gonna go hang with my friends, and he would always say, like clockwork, Jason, you ain't got no friends. And now that I sit back and I look and my phone don't ring and I ain't got that many contacts, it's not that many people who could call me if they need me. Because there was a million people who could call me, especially when I was rich the first time. The first time I got money, oh my God, my phone book was full. My phone rung all the time. Family members needing shit, so-called friends needing shit. Everybody wanted to be around me, blase blah, because I was driving this car and driving that car. When I fell, nobody was around. Even the people that I had created opportunities for, done things for, like just been there for, all of them dried up. Unless it was something that I could give them, they weren't going to be there, and it is what it is. So, as a person who lives by trying to please everybody, that could be your biggest downfall, especially when you're trying to please people who don't really give a fuck about you. And you'll learn. It's a hard lesson that you got to learn, but you'll learn through trial and error that people really don't give a fuck about you. So the ones that do, you cherish them, you keep it private, and you make your circle as small as you possibly can, and then you just be you, because the people who will accept you for you will not be comfortable when you're being who you are, regardless of what that is, except for doing some really, really crazy shit. Now, I ain't telling y'all go out there and do no nefarious shit. But at the same time, you got to be comfortable in being who you are, and that's holy. People get jobs, go to work. We are taught, go to school, like do all these things that society say. We are taught from a very young age to put on masks and be a version of ourselves that the world will accept, socially acceptable. I'm here to say, fuck all that bullshit. Be you, be who you are, because they're going to talk regardless. It's crazy because you think about it, and it's crazy because I'm thinking of certain people that like have um this tendency to try to be what everybody wants, and they have this smile, but then when they not around, or when they not around that type of energy, they're a whole different person. I see it all the time. Well, I've seen it all the time. I can't say I see it anymore because I'm not really around people like I used to be. um, and not for nothing, I'm a people person. I'm not trying to sit here and act like I just hate people. I don't. I love people. It's just I've dealt with enough people to understand that you have to love yourself first. And you deal with people by the example that you are, versus trying to actually pull everybody to the side and change everybody's lives, because everybody don't want their lives changed. Everybody has a role. Some of us are the main character. Some of us are NPCs. Some of us are here to just cheer on the main characters. It's everybody's different. Nobody's living the same life here. So you can't want for yourself, or you can't want for everybody else what you want for yourself. You can't want the treatment that you want for yourself for everybody else. And I think that's where we go a lot. A lot of the times we try to treat people the way we feel like we want to be treated, and it don't work like that because all of us are different. We're all wired different. We're all working on different brain waves. So, and then another thing, reinvent yourself, pivot. This is the pivot part too. I pivot all the time. Pivot, fail again, fail harder, fail faster, fail slower, fail, because it's the ultimate signal that you trying. Most people don't try. Most people are comfortable with just being average. And the average people don't get remembered. The average people are not polarized. And the average people do not move culture or the needle on anything. They just exist. They get up, they go to work, they come back, they eat dinner, and then go to sleep. And they do the same thing over and over again. They make on 1 or 2 vacations a year. You're not doing anything that's going to be of any, and I'm not going to say people's lives don't matter because lives matter. Everybody's life matters, but at the same time, what are you here for? What are you here for? Now, if you're here for that, so be it. You do your thing. I'm not here to knock that. That's not the life I want to live. I was put here to be great. That was my purpose. I was put here to actually make a difference, and I'm finally stepping into that. And it took me a long time to get here. And the reason I do this, I tell this to all, like I got a couple young boys that I go to the gym with. A couple of my proteges or princesses, young guys, 35 and 30. Now I've been 35 and 30. And I always tell them, and I've told all the young people that I've dealt with throughout the years, regardless of how the relationship may have gone or not gone, that I want you to be where I am. I want you to reach these levels way before I had the chance to, because I never had nobody to give me the game on none of this shit. I had to blind, no father, bitch ass brother that's older, all that shit. No, I didn't have nobody. Then another brother that was absent my whole life, a bunch of bitch ass uncles, my grandfather that was always working and didn't really give me any fatherly knowledge. So I had to figure this shit out all on my own, right? And not to say that anybody owed me anything, they didn't. But I'm just stating the obvious because everybody going to have something to say about the way I turned out. So since you're going to have something to say but not take the responsibility, what the fuck? But like I said, do it for you and lead by example. Like leave a trail that people can see behind you. And it's not about being perfect. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm a saint and I'm doing everything perfect for the rest of my life. Nah, no way. That's never going to happen. I'm gonna still make mistakes, and I'm okay with it because, like I said, this life is a journey. It's not about figuring this shit out at a certain age. You don't get to be 30. I was 30 and I was a millionaire, and then I was 35 and I was broke. What'd that tell you? Yeah, life is real. Like this, is some real shit, and only a fool is going to try to make you feel like it's only perfection because they hiding behind a mask. You truly get to live when you take the mask off and you live in your truth. You live in who you are. There are a lot of different labels people will put on you because people have different experiences. There are some people that might think I'm the greatest person in the world, and there are some people the same that might think I'm the shittiest person in the world. You got to be okay with all of it because everybody's experience is something different. You got to be okay with all this shit. And once you're okay with that, that's when you'll start living. You'll start living, understanding that I'm looking at my shadow right now. Understanding your shadow is a part of the journey, just like you are. So just don't try to act like you're perfect because there's so many people out there that are just like you who are not perfect, who are looking for inspiration too because we live in a world where they try to make it seem like everybody's just got to be so perfect. I done been locked up. I ain't never been to prison. I'm proud of that. But I done been locked up. I done been a stalker. I done been heartbroken. I done been all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. I could just go off on it. I didn't stole from people. I done it all. I done it. I lived a life. That's it. I lived a life. That's all this is. And those are some of the bad things. I could go labeling off the great things I've done too, because I've done a whole shitload of that too. A whole bunch. The people may not bring it up, but don't you ever forget who you are. And don't let what they say about you ever fog your vision on who you are. Don't ever let that happen. Because you here to live a life and you only get one as far as you know. I mean, we energy. I feel like we keep flowing once it's done. But You only get one time as whoever you are right now watching this. So live this motherfucker to the fullest. I promise you. I promise you. Care about what you need to care about and leave the rest. Just throw the rest in the trash. Anybody who don't like you, don't like them back. It just is what it is. Don't give it too much effort, but don't like them back. And keep yourself in places where the hate can't reach you for real. All people can do is talk. My grandfather. That's one thing I will say about my grandfather. He did give me the tools to be this, but at the same time, he put me in a space to feel like I needed to ignore it at the same time. But I will say this: my grandfather would always say, "The easiest thing for people to do is talk, and sometimes you just gotta let them." So when people talking, just let them. It is what it is. Don't take it personal. Because 9 times out of 10, I ain't even gonna say 9 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10, when somebody is projecting, they're only projecting what they are to you. That's all it is. So if they're calling you a shitbag, it's only because they look in the mirror and know they a shitbag. That's the only reason it's happening. Because people who are not that don't give that energy off under any fucking circumstance. That's what I've learned. I've been all over this world. I done been all kinds of places, met people in different spaces and races, and I understand this is that people that are doing well and doing well don't have nothing to do with fucking money. Money is the last thing I'm talking about right now. But people who are doing well in life that are really good spirited don't have time for no bullshit. It is what it is. You take your losses on the chin. I'd have took a million losses, and I ain't out here complaining. You know why? That sun is shining on me right now, and I am still breathing. So I ain't got no time to be worrying about what the fuck I done lost yesterday, let alone 5 or 10 years ago. That shit over. Fuck it. What's next? That's all I care about. What's the next thing? So just stay tapped into who you are, be true to who you are. That's the most important part. You can stay tapped in, but make sure you're paying attention and being true, and let the shadow have its time. Cause all of us got shadows, especially when the sun shines. You're gonna see it. All of us got shadows. Every single last one of us. Don't hold grudges. Don't be a fool though. Once people show you who they are, believe them. It is what it is. You ain't gotta go out your way to try to change people. People got to change themselves. And if you want change, be the change. You got to switch it up because to do something, because to get something you never had, sometimes you got to be and do something you've never done. I ain't saying do nothing too crazy though, y'all. But yeah, this was on my mind. I've been seeing a lot of people popping shit on me, like putting comments on my fucking videos and making fake pages about me and talking shit about me and they stupid fucking podcasts. Yeah, I pay attention. I pay attention to all that shit. Dumb rappers who ain't successful still talking shit about me years later. If y'all don't shut the fuck up and get a life, and I ain't even saying nobody's names. That's how irrelevant it is, but y'all know exactly who the fuck I'm talking to. That's the part though. Cause y'all pay attention, even copying my shit, like copying my hashtags. I'm the most fuck nigga ever, but copy the shit I do. It's fucking weird. I don't understand it. Yo, these people will admire you, so just be you, y'all. They admire you when they got their face scowled up, acting like they hate you. They admire you. You their best friend. You their best friend. Secretly, they secretly like they wake up thinking about you every fucking day. And all the evidence of it is always right fucking there. So just go with it, y'all. Be you. Don't worry about these fuck niggas and bitches, and live life. That's all I'm gonna say. Uh, Waynesworld.shop, y'all. Go buy a cool T-shirt. Stop fucking playing. Buy you a cool hoodie. I mean, it's about to get warm out here though. It's still cold though, so we got hoodies. But buy you a cool T-shirt. Buy a T-shirt with my face on it. Why wouldn't you want a T-shirt with my face on it? It's the best T-shirt you can have. But it's your boy King Wayne. I'm gonna sit out here and just enjoy this cold and this sun for a little while longer. Maybe get me a little tan in the wintertime. Y'all know I'm light skinned. But yeah, like I said, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and watch some other videos. I'm just me, doing me, being me. I ain't here to put on no grand production. I'm just here to just be me. So if you enjoy it, I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. Check out Waynesworld.shop. And stay tapped in. 2026, great year. It started off great. It's still going great. When this ice melts and it gets warm outside, oh, it's really going to be turned up. But until then, I'll see y'all in the next one. I appreciate y'all. Peace and love. Like I said, subscribe. Peace and love for real. I appreciate the ones who fuck. And you know what? And those of you who don't fuck with me, I appreciate y'all too. I ain't got nothing but love for y'all. And I hope that y'all have all the success in the world so y'all can stop focusing on me and my success all the time and the shit that I'm doing. Stop hating. It'll work out a little better. And learn how to pivot. Just because you fell don't mean you can't pivot. Stop doing the same shit. Switch it up. Y'all niggas still doing the same shit for 5 fucking years ago, 10 years ago. Change that shit up. Be another person. Just because the people around you won't tell it to you, I'ma tell it to you. Switch that shit up. I did. I knew when some shit got tired with me. I switched it the fuck up. Anyways, I'm out, yo. I'm about to chill, enjoy this fucking sun, and that's it. Peace.